haven't discussed various types of non-stationarity and how to transform a non-stationary process into a stationary process, let's have a look at order of integration, which is very much related to what I've just told you about in the previous video. So if a time series has to be differenced once to make it stationary, like in our previous example, a time series is integrated of order 1. So if I go back to the previous example, for example, to these two models, those variables from the first model and from the second model, they are integrated of order 1 because we had to difference it only once to make it stationary. However, if a time series has to be differenced 2 times to make it stationary, a time series is said to be integrated of order 2. And actually, this is how we denote integration. And obviously, if a time series has to be differenced d times to make it stationary, a time series is integrated of order d. But trust me, most often, the economic variables are integrated of order 1. Quite rarely they are integrated of order 2, and I think almost never they're integrated of order 3 or 4 or higher. And those integrated series have some interesting properties. For example, if x variable is integrated of order 0 and y is integrated of order 1, their linear combination will be integrated of order 1. If x is integrated of some order d, then its linear combination will be integrated of also order d. If x is integrated of order d1 and y is integrated of order d2, then the linear combination will be integrated of order d2, where d1 is lower than d2. So since d2 is higher than d1, the linear combination of the two variables is integrated of the higher order. And if x is integrated of order d and y is integrated of order d, then their linear combination will be integrated of order d with the star, where d star is generally equal to d, but in some cases it might happen that d star will be lower than d. And this property is actually related to the discussion of co-integration, because we will see that our variables will be integrated of order 1 instead of d, so one here, but we will see that their linear combination will be integrated of order 0.